We already know Kings Island is most likely supposed to get a Giga coaster 2020, and it's probably going to be named Polaris. But is it going to be as good as many people are saying? Will this Giga coaster be better than Fury, or will it not? Today I will be discussing my thoughts on how Polaris will probably be. Polaris looks like it's going to be a very good Giga coaster. It's definitely going to be a great fit for Kings Island. But the question is, will this be the best Giga out there when it opens? In my opinion, I'm going to say probably not. I still think I-305 is definitely going to be the best Giga coaster. But many people are going to fight over Fury or this, which one is the second best. Personally, I think Fury still looks better than this just because of the layout. I keep watching the layout over and over again. And I just think Fury still looks like a better coaster. Not saying that Polaris is a bad ride. In fact, I think Polaris looks like a really good coaster. Probably top 20 in the world with Fury. But I would put Fury literally right in front of it. This ride looks awesome still. I mean, it's definitely going to make my top 10 or even top 8 after I ride it. However, I'll be riding a lot of good coasters the year I go to King's Dominion. So it's going to be hard to decide where Polaris will go. That helix was awesome right there. That's the part that's better than Fury. I could say that. And there's a couple other better elements on here than Fury. This ride does look really good, so I'm not going to say I'm hating on this ride. I think it looks awesome. I can't wait to ride it. But I still think Fury does look better. That year I ride Polaris, though, I'll be riding Maverick, Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force, and Top Thrill Dragster. That's a lot of other good coasters. If I had to rank the coasters I would be riding on that trip out of these 5, I would probably rank it like this of how my favorites would be. Steel Vengeance would obviously be number 1, but after that it would be pretty hard. Currently, I would go with Maverick as my number 2, Polaris as my number 3, Dragster as my number 4, and Millennium is my number 5. All 5 of these coasters look great, and it's hard to rank them all. I know Steel Vengeance will be number 1 on the trip, but the rest of them are always hard to choose. I think that they all look amazing, and it's just going to be hard since I'm going to be riding all Kings Island coasters and Cedar Point coasters in 1 year, so it's going to be hard deciding which one's going to be my favorite or how I'm going to choose the top 5 out of all those coasters I'm riding. First, we'll exit out of the station and go up the lift hill, 301 feet in the air. And that is probably the most weirdest thing about this ride. How come it's 301 feet if this is a brand new Giga coaster? How come they're not making the height of Fury? That's my biggest question on Polaris. It's supposed to go around 90 miles per hour too. But let's talk about the layout right now and not the height and speed. You go down this awesome looking drop, and this will probably be my favorite part of the ride. I don't even know what it's called. It looks like a wave turn, but it looks like an awesome element. After that, you go through an element like Fury. I don't remember what it's called, but this was probably my favorite element on Fury when I rode it. Then go over this small ejector airtime hill. Looks amazing. Then you go over this other airtime hill, which looks awesome too. Looks like you're going to get a lot of good airtime. The helix on this ride looks absolutely amazing. Definitely looks better than any other Giga Coaster's helix, or any Hyper's helix even. The ride looks awesome. Then you go over this turn, then go down, and then hit the brakes. One thing that I'm going to talk about this ride right now is it is a short ride. But even though it's short, it still looks like an awesome ride. So let's take a ride on Polaris. You're going to go up the lift hill at 301 feet and then drop down 301 feet. You will go down this drop and then go through this awesome looking element which looks like a wave turn. You will then go down the hill and go through a hornet dive. I think that's what this element's called. Then after that you will go down and go through a small ejector airtime hill which looks awesome. Then you will go over more of a bigger airtime hill and it looks similar to Fury's hill. You hit the trim brakes, and then you go through probably one of the coolest parts of the ride, the helix, which looks awesome. You go around the helix, which looks pretty forceful to be honest. It looks like one of the best helixes on any coaster. You then go down this drop, go through this awesome side turn, go back down, and hit the brakes. What I'm going to say here is this ride is not very long. It's pretty short if you really look at it. When you compare it to Fury, you could see that both Fury is a lot longer than this. In my opinion, I think Fury's layout looks better because after you go through the helix, you go through a bunch of airtime hills, while on Polaris, you do not. You go straight into a turn and hit the brake run. So it seems like Fury provides a lot more elements than Polaris does. Even though I think Polaris is a short ride, this ride still looks like an awesome Giga coaster. It'll most definitely make my top 10. But however, I still do think I will prefer I-305 and Fury 325 over this. I'm not trying to say I'm not going to like Polaris, because I'm going to definitely love Polaris after I ride it. I could say this is going to make my top 10 after I ride it. This looks like an absolutely amazing coaster, and I can't wait to check out Polaris when I go to Kings Island. As of now, keep coasting on my coaster demons. Peace out.